So I'm out here. I was gonna hit up Stop and Shop, pick up a few groceries, but it's so beautiful and it hasn't gotten super hot out yet. So I was like, let me go for a walk, get some sunlight. There's a lot of sun out right now. And go for a walk, do a little video. I'm out here in Garvey Park. William H. Garvey Park in Dorchester. So figured I, talk to y'all about something that's been on my mind. Cause I'm always reflecting because there's something wrong with me and I'm a psycho. So I was with a friend of mine the other day. We were catching up. We used to work together. We worked for this company. It was elder services. We were case managers that would go meet people, elderly people, that and assess them to see what services they required, and it was a cool job. I met a lot of cool people. As far as the elders, I met Holocaust survivors, World War II veterans, Vietnam veterans, ladies that were like, yeah, I marched with Martin Luther King back in the day. Real interesting people. But anyway, other than that, me and my friend always talk about how much of a pain it was to keep up with the caseload and in particular the paperwork. So this is my boy. I know him for a long time. I asked him, like, bro, you ever got diagnosed with ADHD? He was like, no, but they did this thing where they were like pulling me out of class and giving me extra help. I was like, there we go. And I'm just like, and I've been, like, I'm not even considering, I'm positive that me and a lot of my friends growing up had ADHD and we just went undiagnosed and we're just raw dogging life. And when I look back and, knowing what I know now about ADHD, I'm like, yo, like, how did they not fucking catch this nigga? Like, I remember one of my first days, if not the first day at kindergarten. First of all, I think I cried like a large part of the morning. And I remember we were all taking turns doing something. And I remember my boy Steve, who I'm still friends with to this day, quarter century later, he was saying something and I chimed in. I remember the kindergarten teacher, Miss Barry. She loved to yell, by the way. Like, that's not a good trait in teachers. She yelled at me. She's like, it's his turn. And I remember that being like one of my earliest memories in school. Like, this being like, oh, okay, I gotta wait my turn for this. But that was always difficult for me. It was always difficult to, during nap time, not talk to my friends. I remember as like years went on, I'm in like first, second grade, and I developed this habit where, and mind you, if you have ADHD, it's very difficult to stay in one place, especially somewhere where you don't want to be for an extended period of time. I would just sit there and tap my finger. And it's like, I had to do it. Like, it wasn't even, it's like, it was voluntary, but it wasn't voluntary. It was like subconscious. I just did it automatically. I would just tap my finger. And the kids would like demand or beg me to fucking stop. And I just couldn't stop. I like had to tap my finger. And I remember the teacher being like, what's wrong? Maybe you're doing it because you're nervous. And I was just like, I don't know. I didn't have it. I don't know why I did it. I just did it. And then, you get a little older and you start like doing other shit, like, the leg bounce. We all know about that leg bounce, right? Again, drive my peers crazy. Remember this girl I was in school, what grade was this? Maybe like 10th grade. This girl sitting next to me while we were in this this was on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and or around that time, not on the day, obviously we wouldn't be in school, but Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, MLK the third, was giving a speech/sermon, and I was sitting there, bouncing my leg, and the girl next to me, I won't say her name, she don't like me, she kept telling me to stop, and like I did for a second, but I kept doing it again. Like I couldn't fucking stop, because I can't sit still, bro. Like, why the fuck you think I'm out right now? Like I can't just sit and do nothing all the time. Like, I have to be doing something. And even if I'm sitting somewhere for a long time, I'm doing something. I'm reading, I'm on my phone. I can't just be sitting there doing nothing. So going back to my boy Andrew, who I worked at the elder service job with, I remember he kind of got into it with one of our supervisors. I'm not gonna say this bitch's name either. I hate these people. But she was really on his ass, like about like had him on like one of those like work plans when they basically put you on probation, like really up his ass, because he had a hard time getting his paperwork done. I'll get my shit done, but I would always put it off till last minute. And another issue I had was like we had these fucking cubicles. It was really like office space, like type shit. I could not stay in that cubicle and just sit and make calls. I couldn't do that shit. It drove me crazy, And money, I don't like working nowhere. Like when I worked at Home Depot as a cashier, that just standing there, like, first of all, why can't I sit down? Why can't I sit down? Like, what about this job requires me to stand the whole time? But I remember just being there, I'm just like, bro, I can't be on my phone. I can't, like, this shit is fucking hell. So, but that was even better than, like, sitting in a cubicle. Or I worked in a group home for, like, 5 years. All the downtime that job gave, where you could even like leave the group home for up to an hour at a time, and the activity, like all the driving, taking patients, well, not patients, we call them clients, to appointments and shit like that, like that suited me a lot better. Again, I hate every job I've been at, but at least, like, I can make time go by on my own terms. And then, now, even though I'm on leave of absence, working at a psychiatric hospital on a dual diagnosis unit, like, it's easy to just, like, kind of stay occupied. But again, what fucks me up? You do an intake on a patient, and you got to do paperwork. Like, I cannot direct my attention to that shit. And I'm just like, I'm looking back, I'm like, why do I hate every fucking job? Oh, because I'm stuck doing something I don't want to do for an extended amount of time, and it irritates me and agitates me, and I can't sit still, and I can't focus, and I can't, like, keep up with, like, certain details and shit. So, it's hard, and this is how I grew up. And, I told y'all about, like, and, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you, like, refer to some of my other videos. Like, in school, like, shit was hard. Like, other kids, the kids that like me, like, unconditionally, like, fucked with me, they were neurodivergent as well. 100%. They were neurodivergent as well. All my best friends, they had been diagnosed with ADHD, or if they weren't, it was obvious, like, a few of them. And they were all the ones that fucked with me, and they still fuck with me to this day for the most part. And I'm talking kindergarten, first grade, like, shout out my boy Steve, my homegirl Emily. But yeah, bro, it's like, and we did not get we were treated by the teachers, like, you get labeled as just a difficult or bad kid, you feel me? And it's bullshit, like, And being black made it even worse, because then they really wanted to say that you're a bad kid and you're disruptive and disobedient and diss everything. You're just diss. They fucking diss you. You feel me? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. Like, looking back on it, like it was textbook. I don't know if they knew what they know now. They probably didn't. I know they didn't, but it was fucking textbook, nigga. Like, how the fuck you didn't look at how I acted? How, like, all my emotional outbursts. I had zero control over my emotions back then. I'm still overly emotional, not fully emotionally, stable. But I have a somewhat, tentatively, I'm learning to control myself a little bit more at my tender age of 32. But back then I couldn't control my emotions. I couldn't control my impulses. Like, I couldn't sit still and not fidget and not daydream. Like, you fucking kidding? That's everything that keeps me sane up until now. So, like, and I'm just like, how did these teachers not see this, and how are they not really concerned? Like, even when I was like, especially like, but it concerns them when you're not getting your work done. It concerns them enough to pull you out of class for like remedial help or suspend you for something, and not like really have someone talk to you and be like, what's going on? Is everything right at home? None of that shit. So yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about that. This is kind of therapeutic for me, by the way. But yeah, man, tell me what y'all think. Tell me if you had similar experiences growing up, especially my people in the Boston public school system, which is allegedly the one of the best public school systems in the country. If that's the case, we're in fucking trouble. But yeah, tell me what y'all think, man. Tell me about y'all experiences. Leave some shit, your own experiences in the comments. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, because I'll be talking about some real shit, man. I'll be talking about everything. So yeah, it's your boy, yours, punching out. Peace.